Hey man, I love optical illusions so much.
That's pretty cool. I love them too. Let me show you a website.
You gotta check this one out. This one. This looks so cool. I bet it is. How does it work? I'll leave you to it. You might have seen that yellow and blue bar illusion where it looks like it's stepping. But how does it work? Let's go back to the creation. Stuart Antis demonstrated this illusion back in 2003 to show the contrasting effects of driving in foggy conditions versus sunny conditions. In foggy conditions, the difference between the brightness of a car and its surroundings is generally lower than the difference in sunny conditions. As a result, on sunny days, drivers could feel that other cars are becoming less visible and your car is moving at a slower speed than it actually is. Conversely, on foggier days, drivers could feel that the other cars were reduced in contrast and ended up looking slower than they actually are. In this case, this illusion is caused by the contrast between the bars and the striped background. As the bars cross the background, the pattern of contrast constantly changes for both bars. The brightly colored yellow bar has high contrast with the black stripe and low contrast with the white stripe, while the darkly colored blue bar has high contrast with the white stripe and low contrast with the black stripe. These differences between contrasts affect the wavelengths of the colors that reach our eyes. Here, it must be noted that not just any color can be used, it has to be specifically light and dark colors, such as this lime green and maroon, or plain black and white. We can actually alter this optical illusion a little bit more so the stepping motion is more noticeable. For example, we can introduce more stripes to the illusion to definitely notice the stepping motion with even a little bit of what looks like the interim effect, with the bars quote-unquote growing and shrinking. Another thing that we could do is make both the background stripes and the bars into two different shades of gray, although I believe this brings out more of an interim effect. One last thing we can do is alter how bright or how dark each bar could be. But remember, the bars must be considerably different in terms of brightness and darkness in order to grasp the full effect of the illusion. This optical illusion, and other optical illusions in general, mainly pertain to how our brain senses and perceives the world around us. You might have heard of sensation and perception. Sensation is when our brain detects stimulated energy from our surroundings, such as seeing things, feeling things like this, or hearing things. Perception is slightly different. Perception is how our brains organize that stimulated energy into something that can be easily interpreted, such as the fact that I know that this guitar is blue, this Rubik's Cube is made out of many different colors, and that I'm playing an E chord. In this case, the combination of the different contrasts of the bright and dark colors alike and the movement of the bars trick our brain. It ends up misinterpreting the signals from our eyes, resulting in an alternate perception of reality. You know what? This reminds me of our driving scenario. Let's say it's a regular sunny day with minimal cloud coverage like this afternoon, and I want to go for a spin. Well, as I'm driving, I might look outside and say, I don't think I'm driving that fast. And might want to increase my speed a little bit. Well, it turns out that I was actually going 20 miles an hour, which to me, the driver, might not look that fast from the inside, but actually looks pretty fast on the outside. Now, unfortunately, we live in a state where fog just doesn't exist. So in this case, we are going to use some example videos. In foggy weather, because other cars are reduced in contrast, they will appear slower than they actually are. If I drive in foggy weather, I can notice that the cars ahead of me are a little slow, so I will end up slowing down as well. Overall, not only is this optical illusion a fun and simple trick to demonstrate how our brains could possibly be misled, but it could also demonstrate how we should all perceive our surroundings, I guess. Thanks for watching. The links to all the resources I use will be down in the description. Consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.